I'm starting in Holyhead and I am travelling down the west coast of Anglesey and then along the bottom to this Menai Suspension Bridge. I've got some incredible beaches and coastline for you, and I've got 5 fabulous park-ups for you to potentially explore yourself. There's some beautiful sunsets, some great landmarks, and this marks me saying goodbye to Anglesey for now. Enjoy this last episode on Anglesey and make sure that you like, hype, comment and subscribe, and then I'll be taking you to the Llyn Peninsula from the next episode. Let's get started. I'm Sara, I'm 55 and I've just cashed in a small pension, sold out virtually everything I own, and I've gone all in financially on getting a campervan. And with my dog Bella, I'm starting my next chapter by exploring the UK coastline and sharing the experiences I have. Hit subscribe. After filling up with diesel and screen wash, giving the van a jet wash and doing a very much needed food shop, I headed out of Holyhead and was excited to get to South Stack, where I intended to start my evening. And it might be a long one because right now I don't know where I'm going to park up tonight, but my confidence is growing in finding park ups and I'm pretty sure I'll be okay. And I know I'll find somewhere. And I got there just as the sun was starting to set beautifully. Perched beneath the towering cliffs of Holy Island, South Stack Lighthouse has been warning ships away from this rugged coastline since 1809. I had arrived after the lighthouse had closed, so I couldn't make the journey down to the island itself, but actually, seeing it from up here as the evening light fell beautifully and the sun was setting, it was so pretty and spectacular anyway. So because we couldn't go down, Bella and I decided to take a short stroll up, where we would see more views of Holyhead Mountain as well. I think this is as far as we're going to go. It's really very windy. And I'll be honest, my phone signal is 0. And there's no one around. So I'm going to walk back. And I might even try and get to a beach before sunset. There she is, waiting patiently. I'm having a little bit of a quandary. Where I'm parked is literally across from this beautiful view. And there's no parking restrictions, it's just on the side of the road. But come on, Buzzy, up, good girl. Now there are some times when you have to go with your gut instinct, and I'm gutted. I am absolutely gutted because I am in a space where there are no parking restrictions. There is nothing that says no overnight stay like there are in the car parks around here. It is a perfectly legitimate space to park up in. And that, my friends, is the view. It's like, it doesn't get better than that. However, I have made the decision that I'm not going to stay here. Can you feel the van is rocking? Like the wind is just unbelievable, and it's not even a storm or like anything, but it would be too much. It would just be too much. And it's not just the noise of the wind and the rocking of the van, there were signs about crime, and I found a little stone hut and I went, oh, I wonder what this is like in there here. And inside were, I didn't even, should have filmed it, but inside were lots of empty spirit bottles. There were needles, there were even some clothes in there. Yeah, going with my gut instinct and deciding, despite it ticking lots of boxes, it doesn't feel safe. And I don't mean that any harm would come to me, but I do potentially worry about the weather conditions. It's beautiful, but that is windy, and I am in, how tall is it? 2.7 meters tall. It just, yeah, it doesn't feel right. So I'm moving on, and I've decided that I'm not going to stay here and watch the sunset because it's going to take too long. I'm going to go and find a beautiful beach that I want to go to, and then I will find my park up because it is gone 8 now, and this is the latest I've ever left it. But I'm growing in confidence, and I know I've been on the island enough now, and even on some of the main roads there are big lay-bys, so I know I'm going to find somewhere. Time to move on. That's a shame, but I wouldn't be able to rest, so there's no point in going through it. So we're heading off to Porth Dafarch, and I'm very excited because I've seen this all over Instagram. It has rugged cliffs, which I love, and a beautiful beach, and it's facing the right direction for a great sunset. Now, I know there's no overnight parking here, so I will be moving on afterwards, but being so close at this time, it's got to be done. There's a small car park here. It's free and was relatively empty. So Bella and I have just taken a little walk up to the left-hand side towards the cliff edges. And the views did not disappoint. There's just so much going on. So once the sun was really setting, Bella and I decided it was time to go and find our park up for the night. We ended up going to Porth Dafarch. Now when we got there, it was dark, it was late, so I parked up, didn't get out of the van, and we went to sleep. And this is what we woke up to. Parking on this particular road just around the corner from the beach from 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. there are no parking restrictions, so it was a great little park up. I arrived late at about 10 o'clock and I was up and out of there easily by 8 a.m. Sadly, it's no dogs, so we weren't able to stay for too long, but I just wanted to make sure that I mentioned it because it was somewhere that I spent a very peaceful night. And so it's well worth a mention. It's a beautiful beach just a few miles south of Holyhead, and it's easy to see why it's one of Anglesea's most popular seaside spots. There's a huge horseshoe-shaped bay that has a wide sandy beach, rocky coves and beautifully clear sheltered water that makes it popular for swimming and surfers. So with an afternoon ahead with a coaching call and some serious editing to do, we were up and gone pretty quickly, and I needed to find somewhere where I could park up for free for the day so that I could do that work. And I wanted to take Bella for a walk first. So I've parked up over there. I'm just going to show you, it's right near what looks like a fabulous place, the oyster catcher. just south of Rhosneigr, and I'm now walking behind here and on my way to the beach to give this one a nice run around. If they let dogs in there as well, I'm going to go in there. I need to see some people, I think. I'm hoping there's going to be something really rather lovely on the other side of this dune. Look at that. Another stunner. Right, you can come off the lead now, Belle. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to take Bella home, not for long anyway. She loves the beach. I know I say that about 17 times every episode, but it just brings me so much joy to know that she's loving it so much as well. I've talked about how I was the centre of the centre pin of the family and all that sort of thing, but Bella's role must never be underestimated. She got us all through divorce and various amounts of grief through loss. She's a fabulous dog. Can you tell? I love her a lot. So this is just fabulous. There's people out there learning how to surf. And this is one of the things that I absolutely love. I've been bodyboarding for years and I can do it for hours and hours and hours. I just love it. The anticipation of when the next wave is coming. You know, are you going to mess it up or get it right? And I've had one surf lesson and I did manage to get up on the board and it was really quite flat at the time. My son and my daughter took to it like really quickly, which is amazing. And when I find my place to live, I do want to be near a surf beach. I'd not only like to have dips in the water every day, I would love to be able to surf. And you need time. I need time to get it wrong over and over and over and over again before I get it right. And I tend to focus on things. So I probably do it intensively for about a month and get to be able to do it. So I hope these people get there. They're definitely having a lot of fun out there.
As I walked further up the beach towards Rhosneigr, I came across a memorial garden. There were some lovely tributes and benches in there, and I didn't film anything further because there was a small event happening and it didn't feel right. There was a statue of local Commander-in-Chief Western Approaches during World War II of Max Kennedy Horton, and then I came across this.
And just randomly on the side of this building, look at that. Globally, every 11 minutes, a woman or girl dies at the hands of an intimate partner or family member. Every 11 minutes. This plaque is here to remember them and the void left behind by each and every one of them. I'm glad that's there. It's so good to be reminded of these things. I remember, I'm sure many of you do, when Band-Aid, Do They Know It's Christmas came out, and Bob Geldof and all our favourite pop stars were coming together to do something about it all. And I can remember at the time leaving my dinner and my mum saying to me, "Eat your dinner." And I'd be like, "I don't want it." And she'd be like, "There are children starving in Africa." And I used to think I was so clever, and I'd say things like, "Well, send it to them then." And then as I got a little more into it all and realised what it was all about, I didn't say things like that anymore. I just felt immense gratitude over what I did have. There's a fine line between being grateful for what you've got and also at the same time not dismissing that your feelings aren't valid, because they are. So sometimes we can feel sorry for ourselves, we can feel that we've been given a hard deal, and someone might come along and say, "Oh, for goodness sake, there are people way worse off than you," and that's true. And I think it's good to put that into perspective. But it doesn't mean that you're suddenly not having a hard time, and it doesn't mean that it's not real for you. And I think part of the problem sometimes is that we suppress that, and then we beat ourselves up about it, and that doesn't change anything or do us any good. So what is the point in that? The sun has come out again. I'm just laughing. Maybe the sun came out because what I was saying was true. Anyway, we've had a nice wander around, found some interesting things, and I'm going to go back to my amazing van. And no, I don't have a house, and I don't have good money and all of that sort of stuff, but I have my beautiful van, my fabulous dog. Oh, who I think has had some seafood for the day, and beautiful family. So I'm going to think about that now as I go back to the van. I'm going to think about how lucky I am. So we chose a different route. I can't hold a camera and get across this lot. So we're going to go up through there on our way back. But goodbye, Traeth Llydan. I hope I've pronounced that right. Thank you for the reflections and the space. See you again. I'm definitely going to see if I can have a coffee in there. So I got my coffee. I did really well to navigate through a bar full of dogs with my dog carrying this coffee. Sometimes it's these moments that make you feel like you're winning in life. Oh, that is good coffee. Good girl, pal. Good girl.
With an increasing workload and editing piling up high, I didn't manage to film the rest of my afternoon. I spent it in the van, working at my desk, being really tired. I was now really hoping that where I had planned to have my park up, it was going to work out well. And so I headed to Porth Dafarch. It's only up the road from where I was, and I was very much looking forward to just chilling out and watching the sunset, which is exactly what we did. I'm feeling a bit different about tonight's park up. It's a lovely, lovely place, but it's right by the side of the road. I am in a lay-by. But it's really weird. I just thought I'd talk about this because I'm in a strange kind of place right now. I actually feel safe in terms of me safe, but this lay-by is a little bit too close to the road, and I've been closer, I think, but it's 10:30 and it hasn't gone quiet yet. There's still quite a few cars going by, which is a little bit unnerving when a car goes by pretty quickly. It's quite a fast road and it's quite a small road, but I think it'll be alright. Bella's snoring away now, so she's okay. I'm going with my instinct. My instinct is I'm absolutely fine, and we'll see. I don't know what it is that's bothering me, but I don't want to move. I feel okay to stay, so I'm going to stay. So I took my makeup off, tidied up the van, done the whole thing, my normal night routine, put the van to bed routine, and I'm going with the attitude of it's all going to be alright. So it is all going to be alright, but I just wanted to share it because I think sometimes the whole van life thing is like, oh yeah, it's so exciting, it's so great, and it is. I've had a lovely day today, really, really lovely day. So can you hear that? There was a car going by. It just shakes the van just a little bit. I think that's the thing that's bothering me. I feel a little bit too close. So I guess I'm worried there I could be hit or something. Yeah, so time to go to sleep. I think I'll get up early in the morning, walk Bella on the beach, and then move on. I'm slightly sloping as well. I'm getting used to that now. Okay. Good night. Good morning. So, yay! I ended up sleeping really well last night. Yet again. I think I get to the stage where I'm just so tired, and having fresh air every day is really good. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you. It's one of my favourite things about living in a van is each morning when you open up and have a look outside, it's different every day, and I absolutely love that because you never really know what you're going to get. I always like to have a little sneaky peek, and so far I've not had anybody suddenly appear, which is great. So let me show you. I've opened the skylight, but let's have a look. Not bad. So I have a neighbour. I didn't even hear them arrive. And look, I can see the sea. Beautiful. So I think Bella and I are going to go and have a walk there. And then we'll get on the road. When I open the van door, this has been my view. Just gorgeous. So look at this. This is what I'm loving, is every day you wake up, there's somewhere new. And even when you make your choice about where you're going to go, you never know what you're going to get, honestly. You never know what you're going to get. Look at this. And there's no one here. This is just me and Bella. So we're going to walk along here and get going. So I've given Bella a new oh, we found a ball. I was just going to say I've given her a new job title on this trip. This is Bella. Bella is my head of sniffing operations. She finds things all the time, and look at this. She found a ball. One of the things I'm definitely learning as I'm going on this trip, and I'm really glad I started in North Wales, because I've travelled to many places around the world, but when here in the United Kingdom we have fantastic weather, we have the most beautiful landscape. It really is making me see the UK in a very different way. We just don't take the time to see the beauty of where we are right now. Right, so that's us back to the start. It's now back to the van, and off we go. So there's the beach there. There's where I parked up last night. And I just want to say I think this is probably one of my favourite park-ups so far. It's just beautiful. And look, on this side, it's got lovely fields. And last night it was so quiet. Once the traffic dies down, and as you can see I'm far enough off the road, it feels safe, but once the traffic had died down, it was so quiet. You know when you can hear your own body. It's so quiet. So I got 7 hours of really good sleep, and for that I'm very grateful. So this is definitely a good park up. Now, this next day but it was an amazing place to be, and I had a very special person joining me on this particular location. Parked up at Aberffraw here, and then went this way.
Now, I loved this location, and so the rest of this segment is a mixture of a day that I spent with Mark here and also a time when I came back and did a park up. So I wanted to show you the best of both of those days. I loved this place, and Traeth Mawr is definitely a beach you must go to. And it's just a beautiful walk down to the beach as well. You walk along Afon Ffraw and then you come to Traeth Mawr. It's really very beautiful. So, good morning. How are you today? We started off with a little bit of rain, but the sun has come out. There have been 2 jets that have gone over already. I like the jets going by, they're amazing. So last night's park up is all the way over there, which you probably can't see. And I literally have just opened the door, got out of the van, and here we are on a lovely dog walk in a beautiful, look at this expansive area. So this is just outside Aberffraw. And so we're just taking a walk. Bella's just had her breakfast. And then today and tomorrow are editing days. And I have stacks to do. I've actually been on the island for weeks now because I absolutely love it. I'm not going to lie, I really love it here. And I don't want to leave. If I'm honest, I don't want to leave. I've got one 13k hike planned, which you are welcome to come with me. And it's going to be going through Newborough Forest and then across to Llanddwyn Island, which that particular beach has just been voted the best in the UK. So for me, I'm really excited because it's combining 2 of my favourite things. It's only missing a mountain. It's got forest, it's got a beach. So happy days. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And then I'm going on to the Llyn Peninsula. I just wanted to talk about park ups just for a second because it's like something has clicked for me. I think because I experimented with different types of park up pretty much from day one, right? I've done park ups in industrial estates, and I hasten to add that apart from the very first one, which I arrived in the daytime in the week, all of the others that I've done have always been on a Friday or Saturday night. And I think that just makes me feel a bit better about the whole thing because obviously there's a lot less people. But I do recommend if you do those that you go in late and you leave early. But I feel like I've got into a really good routine now. I'm used to moving around in the day, doing the things that I want to do. And then last night, I didn't actually arrive at this particular park up until 11:15 last night. And I'd driven around for a little bit. I checked out a couple of places. Good stuff. Found this lovely lay-by, nice and wide. The road was dead quiet. Obviously, I got there at 11:15. It was dead quiet last night. And now we've got up this morning, had a little walk, and then I'm going to find another place because I need to be able to put my solar panel out because we've got sunshine and I'm low on power at the moment. So I've just met a lovely couple with 2 beautiful Labradoodles, and we just got chatting, and they were like, "Oh, are you in the camper van?" I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And, "Are you just having a trip to Anglesey?" And I said, "I've been on Anglesey for a couple of weeks, and I don't want to leave. I really don't want to leave, so I'm coming to the end of my trip on Anglesey." And then the lady just told me she's been here 23 years. She said she came for a weekend, went home, and decided to move. And anyone I've met on this island, there's a lovely lady called Nicola. I really wish I'd got her social media or her number, because we got on so well. So Nicola, if you found me and you're watching, get in touch. She was so lovely. We got on so well on so many levels. It was wonderful. But she was living in Yorkshire, and she's been 5 years on Anglesey. And I said to her about how much I loved it, and she was like, "Yeah, it kind of gets you." Then there was Mitch on the campsite. She came over for the first time, ended up buying a campsite here, moving here. Just I think that's the conclusion that I'm coming to, is Anglesey either gets you or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But I really have this, I don't want to leave. The Llyn Peninsula is fantastic, and I've always loved it there as well. But there's something very special about Anglesey. I don't know what it is. You hear those birds? It's got everything. It's got mountains, it's got forests, it's got beautiful beaches, jet planes. And yeah, I just love it. Anyway, I can show you the park up in a bit more detail now, so let me do that. Here it is. I'll just put Bella on her lead and I'll show you the other bit. But fabulous, right? Loads of space. Here it is, literally on a main road, but here we are.
Now the next destination is Newborough Forest and Traeth Llydan, and I have already put that video out. There's a complete video on it with a forest walk and an exploration of the island, so go check it out. And it includes a free park up as well. Final park up that I did on Anglesey, and it was another gem. It is Llanddwyn. It's just south of Anglesey Zoo and is on the road that runs along the Menai Strait. And I've got to give full credit to Mark for this one, who found it on Google Maps. That is this morning's view. Not bad, is it? Oh my gosh, look. Sunshine. So, I am on the bottom side of Anglesey. I've got to be honest, I'm not quite sure where I am right now. But I do know that is Campervan over there. I'm pretty sure it is. And look at that cloud in the hills. Very, very nice. I love this. I love every morning I wake up and I get something different every day. So I'm going to grab Bella and we'll have a quick walk out here before she has her breakfast. Beautiful. So let me tell you a little bit more about this. There I am in the middle there. This is effectively a deep lay-by, so it's free parking, it's off the road. It was a really, really quiet road. And as you can see, there was just a few of us there last night. And this is literally on the Menai Strait. Great park up. Now, apologies for the sound quality in this next segment. Wonderful. But it's not just about it being free. It's not just about being free. It's about the adventure, but also it's about waking up to places like this. I like my routines, I like my structure, and I have that. But I also like different things and new experiences. And van life seems to be ticking both of those boxes. I can't give Bella her breakfast on here, so she's going to have her breakfast, and then I'm going to go for a bigger walk, and it's editing day. So I'm getting more and more where I'm having to do work, as I don't just mean the videos, I'm also getting more work. So I need to be managing my time more effectively, and I'm going to be honest, much as I love Anglesey,
I really need to move on now. Isn't it strange though? I just don't want to leave. Let's see. I really like it here. I could explore this whole island and spend months doing that. But I've stuck to the coast. I've stuck to the task. I've stuck to the mission. And I'll definitely be back to Anglesey. Definitely.
Now, what I wanted to say about this particular view is over there is Carnarvon, and there is a park up that I found on Aberffraw Road. You can see the castle there, and that is the start of Aberffraw Road right there. And if you look close enough, you can actually see campers already there. And that is where my next destination is. It'll be fun to see it from the other side. Now, I know, I've got to leave Anglesey. It's time. But there's one last place I want to go, and that is a little wood that I heard about where there are stunning views of both the Menai Suspension Bridge and the Britannia Bridge. So I've got to go there first. Come on, Belle, this way. Hello, wait. She remembered me. What a beautiful part of the Straits. Oh, and Bella found mud. Happiest girl. Bella, come this way. We're gonna. Bella, come. Let's get in the water and wash you off. This way. This way. It was always the same with my kids as well. They were always covered in mud. Well, Jack was. It always washes off. What a fabulous find. And it seems there's more. Shower later. Now, this very much appeals to the child in me. Like, where is it going? What will we find? There we go. So we went in a little circle. I'm sure there were definitely other ways we could go. But that was very nice for a little break. Now, that's a nice framing right there. I always like to stop and turn around and have a look, because there's always something else to be seen, especially when you're going up. So this is the last bit of Anglesey now, before we go down to the Llyn Peninsula. But what a view to end on. Anglesey, it's been a pleasure. I'm just so lucky to have seen it today in the sunshine. So you can see right over to Snowdonia and the mountains. Wales has so much to offer for a girl like me, who loves mountains and sea and architecture and bridges and castles. Why have I never been so much before? Anyway, I have now, and I'll definitely be back. Thanks for joining me. That completes now the north coast of Wales and Anglesey. And as we move on to the Llyn Peninsula and carrying on to the rest of the UK coastline, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, join in on this journey, and I'll see you in the next episode.